Rectangles R1 and R2 and the squares S1, S2, and S3 shown below combine to form a rectangle that is 3,322 units wide and 2,020 units high. What is the side length of the second square in units? We are given the dimensions of the bigger rectangle and we are looking for the side length of the middle square here. Let's write the dimensions of the rectangle in terms of the side length of the squares. And observe that the side length of the first square plus side length of the second square plus side length of the third square is how wide is the bigger rectangle, which is 3,322 units. S1 represents the side length of the first square and S2 represents the side length of the second square and plus S3 is the side length of the third square is equal to 3,322. And how high is this rectangle, which is the side length of the third square plus the width of the second rectangle. Let's write width of the second rectangle is W2. Then S3 plus W2 is equal to 2020. And this W2 is also here, which is the difference between the side length of the first square and the side length of the second square. The side length of the first square, which is this one, if we subtract the side length of the second square, we get the W2. W2 is equal to the width of this second rectangle is equal to S1 minus S2. Now, if we substitute this value here, we are having S3 plus, instead of W, I am writing S1 minus S2, which is equal to 2020. Now, from these two equations, we can get the side length of the second square. The first equation, and this one is the second equation. If we subtract side by side, observe that S3 and S1 is canceling. This is minus, this is minus, this will be plus, and this is minus. Now we are adding side by side. The S3 cancels out on the left-hand side and S1 cancels out. We have S2 plus S2, which is 2S2. 2 times the side length of the second square is equal to the difference between 3,322 and 2020, which is 203 and 1. Now, if we divide both sides by 2, we get the answer. The side length of the second square is equal to 6 times 2 is 12. 5 times 2 is 10, which is 651. Answer is option A.